गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Self-abidance doesn't mean that we have to reach somewhere. Self is always abiding in the self only. It has never left itself. Self by nature can never get corrupted. Self by nature, we are talking about reality, pure consciousness, absolute reality. Just as sun cannot get corrupted by the heat and light, water cannot get corrupted by waves and ocean, the self can never get corrupted by the multiplicity, duality. You'll ask why? Because the nature of the self is one without a second. एक नानास्ति किंचन एकमेवा द्वितीय नानास्ति किंचन. One without a second. There is no otherness in it. So self-abidance doesn't mean for us that we have to reach somewhere. All we have to do is dissolve, melt away all the multiplicity that we have given validity to, outside, inside. And the easiest way, I think in yesterday one of the lectures I did mention that the eyes illuminate all the colors and forms but are themselves unaffected by colors and forms. They do not remain attached to any color and form. Continuously they are illuminating whatever is coming in front of them. Ears are also illuminating the words. Nose the same. All senses the same. So these five faculties, they are not attached to what they are illuminating. What is mind? Mind is having thoughts. Is mind attached to any thought? If it was attached, you won't be able to think. You won't be able to move forward because you are stuck with one thought. Do you have that feeling you are stuck? Or I shouldn't say that do you have the feeling you are stuck? Can you observe if the mind is stuck with anything? Because it is your observation only. Mind does not hold on, remain attached to, remain hooked on to any thought. And this is our experience even right now. One thought comes, goes away, next one comes, goes away, third one comes, goes away, and this river is going on, keeps flowing. Mind is undisturbed by all this. Then who is disturbed? Then who is disturbed? Since world is not disturbed, it is doing what it has to do. Senses are not disturbed, they are doing what they have to do, illuminate their stimuli. Mind is not disturbed, it is doing what it's supposed to do, to pump out thoughts one after the other. Then who is disturbed? Atma is not disturbed because Atma is self-established, it's abiding in itself. This is the Trishanku in between. You heard the story of Trishanku in Ramayana. This Trishanku, neither on the ground nor in the heavens, neither he is the gemishthe salad, he is the mixed salad. He takes some properties of the self and some properties of the Prakriti and mixes them together and holds on to the Prakriti and thinks he has a life, that he is existing. And what is that? That is this ego. So we are not after the ego. We are after, because you look for the ego, it's not there. So we have to make it practical. What is practical? Who is watching? Who is listening? Who is thinking? Who is feeling? Who is hearing? The way to melt, and how long do you have to do sadhana? As long as you feel that you are a sadhak. As long as you feel that you have to do something. As long as you feel that you have to do the practices in order to merge in the supreme reality. I have to do something, I have to do meditation, I have to do whatever, is coming from the basic premise, because somewhere deep inside in our heart the feeling is, I am not it. Isn't it? And why is this feeling I am not it? Because we have been programmed that way. We have programmed ourselves that way, and continuously our approach is extrovert, and that's not allowing us to come to this resolution within ourselves that we are essentially what we are seeking. That is self-abidance. So with this background now, what we must do then? Ramana Maharishi's direct method is, don't worry about anything. Find out for whom is all this problem. Who is the one who is wanting to meditate? Then what will be meditation? Who is this meditator who wants to meditate? Who is this I who wants to meditate? Who is this I who is disturbed in meditation? Who is this I who felt sleepy? Instead of running after sleep, instead of running and trying to control the outside circumstances, किसने हीटर कम कर दिया, किसने हीटर ज़्यादा कर दिया, not all that. No. Who is disturbed? I am. Who is this I? What is its true nature? And we have studied enough to know that its true nature is infinite. It is all that there is. So have a leap of faith. Instead of taking the support, trying to control the world, bring your mind to inquire into this I. And the moment we look at this eye, it cannot handle inquiry because he is a thief, he is a ghost. The moment you look at it, he vanishes. The moment you look at it, he vanishes. So make that attempt. As long as we consider ourselves to be an individual, to be this body, attempt. That's all we have the option to keep attempting, because the mind is there. What next? What next? What next? What next? Give him only one focus. What is that? Who is saying what next? I am saying. Who is this I? Everything, every deliberation of the mind, you bring the mind back to this I. Do this practice today as we are sitting now, and enjoy keeping your back, neck and head in a straight line, a happy disposition, smile on your lips, hands on your lap, comfortable position. Feeling at peace within yourself, tranquil within yourself. For a few moments, watch the process of breath. Don't breathe, just watch the process. If you have done that, you are watching the process of breath. Who was watching? I was watching. Make an attempt to watch the watcher. Who is this watcher? Who is this observer? The observer has to be necessarily other than the observed. Here the observed was the breath or the body or the feelings, but at this moment the breath. So if I am observing the incoming and outgoing of the breath, then I am not the breath. Then the natural question, who am I? Without wanting a conclusion, without wanting to see, hear, touch, feel, taste, without forming a concept, keep yourself empty when you ask that question, who am I? Who am I will not lead to any result. I is self-established. I is self-existing. I is self-knowing. It doesn't require a medium of thoughts to prove its existence, to know itself. Be that.